So hey guys, it's Crypto Joji, and today we are back with another episode of how to hunt for specific bugs. And today we'll be looking at Spring actuators and how they can help you find critical bugs. Depending on the environment, you can find things like SSH keys, you can find AWS keys, or even JWT signing keys. I have used this method severally recently, and I have found some pretty cool things, and so I decided to create a rub for it. And here we go. So first we need to clone that rub. I have it on GitHub, so we clone it, uh, and we cd into the rub. It's a simple Maven application, just like a barebone application. So okay, can I find that? Maybe run command. Let me my history. Yeah. So we run the application and it has started. It's on port 8080, and you can see from the file we're exposing 14 endpoints on the actuator. So let's go to that folder. Now, I found that Spring Boot applications give specific errors. Like if it's an API, you will be given an error that looks as follows. It's just a JSON error telling you that the path is not found. So if you ever come across such an error, just know that you're dealing with a Spring Boot application. Just a moment. So let's pipe it to JQ for clean output. So let's remove the noise. So if you ever come across an error that looks like this, just know you are dealing with a Spring Boot application. So maybe the app you have has like an API endpoint and it's bringing you maybe some data. But if you add some garbage like that and you do that and it tells you this error, just know that you are hitting Spring Boot application. So most Spring Boot applications have the actuator on the root endpoint. You can brute force this to see if you will find it. If your target doesn't have it on the root endpoint, I have seen some targets create some fancy names to be able to access the endpoint. So as you can see, we have a few things. We have mappings, we have metrics, thread dump, heap dump, env. For today, we are interested in the env and heap dump. Env and heap dump, those are our interests today. So we first do the env, and looking at the env, we can see most of the values have asterisks, so meaning they are hidden. So even the port is hidden, the OS is hidden, but we're interested in some paths that are not the default, something that would help us compromise our target. So in our case, we had seen that here we have some config resources being loaded from an application.yaml file, and the properties include auth jwt.secret key, aws.s3.bucket name dash bucket name is aws s3.region credentials. Yeah, you can see. So what I would do first, we need to rig the memory by the heap dump. So we just use wget. We use wget to rig to download the memory, and it has been downloaded. So we do rs and we can see We can see the heap dump here, and we do file heap dump. We can see it's Java hprof. I don't know if exif tool will give us anything else. Let's try. Nah, it doesn't know that file, but you have seen it's a hprof file, and this is memory related. So now that we have the file, we run strings on it, on the file heap dump. If we just run strings like that, you see a lot of garbage on your screen, uh, and there's also some lines. As you can see, when we requested that path, it didn't exist, so it returned an error. You can see, you can read some. So now we need to pipe it to grep, and we need to grep for specific instances. So we had an instance of AWS dot credentials. Yeah, credentials. Yeah, we can see if we have the correct path, and as you can see, we have the correct path. We have two keys. We have the secret key and the access key. So after, you can also try the insensitive option for case insensitivity, and we need the dash n to give us the I think, is it the right number, something like that. So when we do the dash n, we get this. We get 17 that 177,370 as the right number. So we take that, and still using strings. Now we switch to not awk. I keep forgetting this one value. Is it awk? No. It's not awk. It's, what is it? Just a moment. So yeah, it's said. So we do said, and we enter the line and p, and when we do that, we get the following. We get access secret key, and we do 71. We get our secret key. In my scenario, it's an example. And when we do 2, we get the access key. When we do 3, we get the access key. Now we can try. You can try to enumerate like 4, and that says about the region. So for the region, we are in US East 1 6. Let's see. That's the PID, and so basically that's it. You can try it going up, because we saw that the secret was, let's try 69. We saw the JWT secret was supposed to be up from, it's up in the after access keys. You can even see here, where is it, region, bucket name. The secret key is after the bucket name. So S2, as you can see, we have it on 368, and we have this string. So if you have an the JWT bearer token, you can test if the key is correct. For this implementation, I haven't added it. However, since we are moving to the code review, you will see that it's this value. So, and let's open the code. Here is the code. As you can see, let me put them side by side. Let's hide this. As you can see, the secret, the JWT secrets, and the naming scheme, which is auth dot secret dash key, AWS has three dot, bucket name, region, like that. So now that you have everything, you can access the bucket and maybe read sensitive files, which if it's in a bug bounty scenario, that's a critical. So that's a P1. uh, the project isn't anything major. It's just me exposing the endpoints here. As you can see, management endpoints web expose include, or i have I have around, or but I think you can include several. So for the fix, it would be maybe to include just info, maybe status, something like that. So that, or add authorization. I will link to a blog that I have written about this and more information about it. Okay, thanks for watching.